Welcome back to English with Altaf. I'm Ikra, and joining me today is Altaf. In this video, we're going to explore a very common hurdle for English learners: translating in your head before you speak. It's something many of you have probably experienced, and it can really slow down your progress. We'll be sharing some effective techniques to help you bypass this mental translation and speak more naturally.
Thanks, Ikra. It's a pleasure to be here. This topic is incredibly relevant because this habit of mental translation often prevents learners from achieving true fluency. Think about it. You hear something in English. Translate it to your first language. Formulate a response in your first language. Translate that response back to English and then finally speak. That whole process takes a lot of time and mental energy. We're going to discuss why this happens and, more importantly, how to break free from it.
Absolutely, Altaf. Let's start by understanding why our brains tend to do this. One of the main reasons is that we often learn English by associating new words with their equivalents in our native language. This is how we build our initial vocabulary. While this is a necessary first step, it can become a crutch. If you always rely on this direct translation, you're not truly thinking in English. You're simply converting.
That's a great point, Ikra. Another factor is the fear of making mistakes. When you translate in your head, there's a perceived sense of control. You feel like you're ensuring accuracy before you speak, minimizing the risk of errors. However, this perfectionism can be counterproductive. It slows you down and often makes you sound less natural because your sentences might come out sounding like direct translations rather than idiomatic English.
Precisely. So, what's the first step to breaking this habit? I'd say one of the most effective strategies is to immerse yourself in English as much as possible. This means not just listening and reading, but actively engaging with the language. The more you hear and see natural English, the more your brain starts to make direct connections between concepts and English words, rather than going through your native language as an intermediary.
I completely agree. Immersion is key. This could involve watching English movies and TV shows without subtitles, listening to English podcasts, or even changing the language settings on your phone and computer to English. The goal is to flood your brain with authentic English so it starts to process information directly in the target language. Another powerful technique is to think in English. This might sound challenging, but it's a muscle you can develop.
Thinking in English? That sounds daunting to some, but it's incredibly effective. Start small. Narrate your daily activities to yourself in English. For example, as you're making breakfast, think, I'm making coffee. I need to pour milk. The toast is almost ready. You don't need to speak out loud, just form the thoughts in English. This trains your brain to associate objects and actions directly with their English names and verbs.
Exactly. And don't worry about perfect grammar or vocabulary when you're just thinking to yourself. The aim is to get your brain used to forming thoughts directly in English. Another useful tip is to label things around you in English. Stick sticky notes on objects in your home with their English names. Every time you see that object, say its English name aloud. This creates a strong visual and auditory link, bypassing the translation process.
That's a brilliant practical tip, Altaf. It transforms your environment into a learning tool. What about when you're in a conversation and feel that urge to translate? How can we push past that in real time?
That's where phrases and chunks of language come in handy. Instead of translating word by word, try to learn and memorize common phrases and expressions. For example, instead of translating "How are you?" from your native language, Just learn "how are you" as a complete unit. When you learn phrases, you're not just learning individual words. You're learning how they naturally fit together in English. This allows you to retrieve and use them as single units, which is much faster than constructing sentences from scratch by translating each word.
Learning in chunks is incredibly powerful for fluency. It's like having pre-built Lego pieces ready to go, rather than having to sort through individual bricks every time. Another strategy is to focus on the meaning, not just the words. When someone speaks to you in English, try to grasp the overall message and the speaker's intention, rather than meticulously translating every single word. This helps your brain move away from word-for-word translation and towards understanding the broader context.
Spot on, Ikra. Understanding the gist is more important than perfect word-for-word comprehension, especially in the early stages. If you get stuck on a word, you'll lose the flow of the conversation. And speaking of flow, don't be afraid to make mistakes. This is crucial. Many learners translate because they're trying to avoid errors. But making mistakes is an essential part of learning any language. Embrace them as learning opportunities. The more you speak, even imperfectly, the faster you'll improve.
Absolutely. I often tell my students that fluency isn't about speaking perfectly. It's about speaking confidently and getting your message across. Another excellent technique is paraphrasing. If you can't remember a specific word or phrase, try to explain it using other English words you know. This forces you to think creatively within the English language rather than reaching for a translation. For instance, if you forget the word scissors, you could say, "It's a tool you use to cut paper."
Paraphrasing is a fantastic skill to develop. It shows your adaptability and resourcefulness in English. It also pushes you to expand your active vocabulary because you're constantly searching for alternative ways to express yourself. And here's a tip that might seem counterintuitive. Practice thinking on your feet. Try to respond quickly, even if your answer isn't perfect. This trains your brain to react faster in English and reduces the time available for mental translation.
That's a brave step, Altaf, but a necessary one for building confidence. Start with low-stakes situations, like practicing with a language partner or even talking to yourself. The more you force yourself to respond quickly, the more natural it will become. Also, consider shadowing. This involves listening to native English speakers and immediately repeating what they say, trying to match their pronunciation, rhythm, and intonation. This helps you internalize the natural flow of English and reduces the urge to translate.
Shadowing is brilliant for developing a more native-like rhythm and intonation. It also helps you connect sounds directly with meaning. Finally, a very effective long-term strategy is to read extensively in English. Read books, articles, news, anything you find interesting. The more you read, the more you'll encounter words and phrases in context, which strengthens direct associations between concepts and English expressions, bypassing the need for translation.
And when you read, try not to look up every single unfamiliar word. Try to infer the meaning from the context. This also trains your brain to understand the bigger picture rather than focusing on individual word translations.
What we've learned. Today, we've discussed the common challenge of translating in your head before speaking English. We learned that this habit often stems from how we initially learn vocabulary and a fear of making mistakes.
We explored several practical strategies to overcome this, including immersing yourself in English, thinking directly in English, labeling objects, learning phrases in chunks, focusing on meaning over individual words and embracing mistakes.
We also covered the benefits of paraphrasing, thinking on your feet, shadowing, and extensive reading to build a stronger, more direct connection with the English language. By consistently applying these techniques, you can gradually reduce your reliance on mental translation and achieve greater fluency and spontaneity in your English speaking.
We hope these tips help you on your journey to speaking English more naturally. Keep practicing, and you'll definitely see progress. What's one technique you're going to try first?